We are live. Welcome to Hack Shack Studios, all. RT Bear here, 35-year comic book veteran, working for mainly Marvel, DC, little upstart company called Image Comics. And do I got a show for you today? I have a great show. It's going to be mostly just a Q&A, but I have a lot of reveals. I'm going to show some stuff off. The CHRONO MECHANIC campaign is going strong. It is cleaning up. I don't know if that's the right word, but I like to talk big. So yeah, it's doing very well. Thank you all the backers, all the supporters. You are turning this little idea I've had for, geez, I saw somebody post. There was this comic book published by Comic Works. I think they were called Comic Works, and the book was an anthology book. It was called Nuts and Bolts. And CHRONO MECHANIC actually appeared for the first time in that book. It was an 8-page story, and it was called Quantum Mechanics. And I just saw my friend Shannon Denton had posted, it's been 25 years, since this book. And I was like, 25 years? No, he said it's 20 years. He said it was 20 years since this book came out. And I was like, 20 years? Oh my gosh. Quantum/CHRONO MECHANIC is 20 years old. It's 20 years old, you guys. I have had these ideas running around my head, bouncing around for 20 years. So that's very cool that, I don't know, that you can hold on to an idea that long and you can keep that dream alive. But the best and the biggest success it's ever had is right now, you guys. So that's mainly because of all the support that I'm getting on YouTube and all the support I'm getting from you guys with the backers and tweeting out and all the other good stuff. So we have Kevin. What's up, Kevin Thompson? Hey, what it be like? We have is this Johnny? This is our sign of life. We have Johnny Fitz. Hello, RT Bear. How are you, Johnny? We have Linkovich. I always say this, but I had a shop teacher named Linkovich. I never knew his first name. We just called him Mr. Linkovich. And as all good shop teachers, he had the how is it done? Like how do you do it? Where you do the like chopped off finger thing or whatever it is. He'd go, I lost a finger in a shop accident. He goes, so don't I don't want you guys to suffer the same fate. And then he'd go, ha ha, he has all his digits, and we would like not laugh because that joke works when you're like 5, but it does not work when you're 15, 16 and you're in high school. But it didn't stop him. And he was a very cool guy. I liked him. I just thought about something kind of macabre, but he's probably not with us anymore because he was an old guy then. And as you guys all know, I'm an old guy. So there you go. Hail, Art. Hail. Okay, so we have I Borrow Ideas. Hey, Art, what's up? What's up? Lock It Up Tight Incorporated. I like that. Hey, Pops. Pops T Bear, that's me. We have Wade. I see a lot of new faces. Hey, Wade, what's up, man? Johnny, is this a question? You guys, this is a Q&A as well. So, yeah, ask away questions. This is just kind of me taking a break. Oh, my gosh. I'll tell you the story in a bit once I kind of connect with you guys and let you all or just connect, I guess. I'm trying to multitask. I'm doing a horrible job of it. Johnny says, not good, but I hope you are well. Ooh, that doesn't sound good, Johnny. I hope all's good, man. I hope this Corona BS is not bringing too many people down. I actually went, you could tell by my beautiful haircut. Look at this. I actually broke quarantine. I have this friend / barber, and she's awesome, and she's a bit of a rebel like all of us at Comicsgate are. And so we have this little covert thing where I set up these appointments and then she gets me in, but it's all done like speakeasy type thing. So I go around to the back. She can't go to the front. I go around the back. I do my my special knock, And then she asks, who is it? And then I say, and then she opens the door. And then there's like this little spot in the back. There's like a petition there. So she's got her little spot there where she cuts people's hair and things like that. But you can't really tell. And she's got all the lights out. So we're doing it all like clandestine. It's all like incognito. We're all hiding from the law just to get our fucking haircut. It's bullshit, man. I'm fed up, as you could tell by the F word. It's such bullshit, man. There's other businesses. Starbucks, which my daughter works, they haven't missed one single day. They're open, but a hair salon can't. It's BS. It's absolutely BS. And she's hurting. She's hurting financially because it's a small business. So I like giving her my money. I do. And I tipped her. I tipped her a lot of money. I gave her a $10 tip because I appreciate her going to that extent. And screw Gavin Newsom, Gavin Nuisance. If that guy had his way, he'd lock down California forever. Sorry. I wasn't expecting that. We have Charlie's London official. So is this the Charlie's London? Not the fake? This is all official, you guys. So yeah, welcome. We have Terra Wombat. You guys have the greatest names. One of my favorites, Spirits Car. Always the good questions, man. Always the good questions. And thanks to Spirits Car for all the support you give me in other chats. Sometimes when I go in other chats, I hear you talk about me and bring up questions. So I do appreciate it, man. This is all grassroots. This is guerrilla marketing. Power to the people. What's up, Art? I feel like I was the best thing about the last Pontificators episode. See, you are the best thing on the Pontificators episode. I'm too damn excited for I'm just kind of glad I got out this morning. I actually got out, got my hair cut, and I picked up some food. Some, what do they call those? Fajitas? What are they called? What are those things called that are in like the little pitas? I guess pita pockets. They have those at a restaurant over here. So I got pita pockets, chicken pita pockets for the friends and for my family. Yeah, bootleg haircuts, man. We have to do the whole like speakeasy prohibition kind of thing. Is just to get our haircut. It's absolutely absurd. And I've heard from a couple good friends, really, really close friends. So their businesses that they work for are going belly up, and they have families, and it's breaking my heart, man. It's breaking my heart. I still, and my family, we don't know one person affected by the coronavirus, but I know a handful of people and an entire industry, which is the comics industry, that's being affected by the coronavirus to the point of extinction. So yeah, let's keep this this quarantine thing going. It's definitely helping people. If we lose just one person, if we can save just one person, yeah. Well, how many people die on the freeway? How many people die of just the flu and colds every year anyway? You didn't care about those people last year. Where were you, like, if we lose one person from a flu or a cold last year? That was acceptable then, Gavin Newsom, and what was the mayor of New York? But it's not acceptable this year because you got a virtue signal. Wow, I'm really outspoken. I was talking to Sam. She's the one who cuts my hair, and I think she got me all going because we were talking all this stuff while I was getting my hair cut. Hey, Eric Weathers. Oh my gosh, Eric, you got to check out Eric's Battle Brick Road. That campaign is on fire. That thing is doing so well. I'm so happy for you, my friend. It's a great concept. Eric's concepts are always great. And I think he's growing leaps and bounds as an artist. That design, that Scarecrow design, I mean, the Scarecrow design for Wizard of Oz, I just always have to be strong because that's always the favorite character. But that character design, Eric, is really, really good. It's really strong. There's the headshot on the campaign, and to be honest, I just want to throw ink on that thing. I see that, I go, God, that needs some ink. Yeah, so go check out his campaign. I think he's 2 or 3 days into it. So that's Eric Weathers. If there's anybody in the chat that has a wrench, could you please put Eric's link into the chat? And then you guys can click on it and go back, Eric's book, because it kicks ass. Eric works his ass off, as all Comicsgate does. Tara Wombat, question. The government will be hunting when everybody goes black market and all cash. You know what? The lady that cuts my hair, she was saying, what is it, 6666, that the California lawmakers are trying to put on the books. And if you're suspected of having the coronavirus, they can forcibly make you take a test. I think she said, in a nutshell, that's what it is. So we live in scary times, you guys. So when I said power of the people and all that, that wasn't hyperbole or a joke. We need to take the power back because this is absolute bullshit. It's baloney. We are all the art pieces claimed that you raffled off. Where are all the art pieces? Well, we did 3 so far. 2 of them have been shipped out. The one we did last week has not been shipped out yet. And oh my gosh, I think the guy who won lives in Honduras or something like that. I'm hoping that one of these days we can have somebody in the chat win, because that would make my day to actually get a response, a real-time response, I guess is how you would say it. But yeah, I think we're going to do one again soon. And I have artwork. I should run it by you guys and see if you want me to ink that one up and then raffle it off. I think his name's Frankenstein Jr. I showed it off in an earlier live stream. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Mike Mignola has been posting these absolutely amazing kind of pop culture drawings. So they're his take on these different characters. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Mike's social media, or I have a couple videos where I ink his pencils up. And it's a lot of fun. And then at the end, if I get like 5 backers on Chrono Mechanics, I'll raffle off the artwork. And so far, it's been a huge success, and you guys are having a lot of fun, and so am I. So that's kind of the backstory on that. And so we'll do that again soon. That should be a lot of fun. Mr. Biggins is in the chat. Wow, we got all kinds of celebs. We have Humphrey Bear. What's up? Humphrey Bear, a social distance haircut. Yeah, there was just me and her. That's it. It was kind of creepy, but kind of cool. You know what I mean? It's like when you're a kid and you have a near beer. Like we used to buy near beers and just walk down the street for the cops to see. And we were just secretly hoping that the cops would pull us over because we were underage. And then we go, ha ha, it's not a real beer, it's near beer, because we were rebels. So there is kind of that thrill. I already clicked that one. Gaming or what? Trademark, always trademark, always trademark. Hell Art, how's it going? It's going terrific, man. Look I got like long sleeve. The weather in California is amazing. When we get a little moisture, we get like all these nice clouds. And I'm looking at Baldy from my studio window. And there's all these beautiful clouds. It's a gorgeous day today, man. Yeah. Hot Pockets. You know what? There was a brief moment when my wife and I were like, yeah, Hot Pockets. And I don't know, man. They're kind of gross now. They're kind of gross. Okay, Mr. Biggins says, major old restaurants in Austin closing. This is sad. This is absolutely sad. I hate this stuff, man. I hate this. There are people that work their entire lives to build up businesses that they absolutely love, family businesses, because like the lady that cuts my hair, it's a family business. Like her, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like it is really a small world. I grew up in Norwalk, and so there was this place where we get our comic shops. There was a place that we used to buy our comics, and it was called the Grog Shop. And right next to the grog shop was a barbershop. And I remember, as a kid, you're always just roaming. So all that stuff is just burned into your memory. And we used to go there and buy our comics. And I always remember that barbershop. It actually had one of those old school barber poles on it. And that was her father, or that is her father. Her father's still alive. And so he wanted to expand. And I think 2 of his daughters are in the business as well. They got their license and they cut hair. And so he opened a shop here, and then she took it over and runs it. And so it's so funny that they grew up in that same area that I did, and that I remembered her father's shop. So it indeed is a small world. Let's see what Charlie's says. LOL, it's deaf me. I had to change it because my comic is going to be called Charlie's London. And B, apparently there is another Charlie's London, but nothing to do with Chaplin like mine. Yeah, she's going to put out a comic book soon, I believe, with her husband. So we're looking forward to that as well. Look at how friendly everybody is. We're all friendly here. It all happens. Oh, well, good luck. The guy's a millionaire. He's the president. Yeah, this is hurting him big time. At the same time, I guess everybody else is fodder for your political leanings. That's bullshit, man. If that indeed is fact, those people are petty. Petty people. We're still on the haircuts. Terry Wombat says, look like you got all your hairs cut. And they say, I have dad jokes. Yeah, that's a pretty bad. Thank you. Very kind, very kind. Yeah, go check out Eric Weathers, Battlebrook Road. And also, that ties us into what I'm going to talk about. Eric Weathers last minute had a logo done by Comicsgate's own James Dean Anderson. So James Dean Anderson and I have been doing some graphic works together as well. So we had, oh my gosh, we worked till 1:30 my time. So it must have been like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock his time. And we hammered out a trading card design. We had some previous designs, but we actually hammered out a good one. The other ones were good too. So I don't want to cast shade, but I mean, this one shines, and I'm going to show that off to you guys, and hopefully you like it. And I'm going to show some of the work in progress stuff as well, so you can see how much work it goes into something as simple as just designing a trading card. And yeah, James Dean Anderson is absolutely a professional and just brilliant. His ideas are really good, and his executions. I like working with creative people because computer and Photoshop, I can do simple things, but I can't do like the detailed work. And I love working with somebody that knows the programs and that can make things happen. So all it takes is selling them on the idea and then executing it. And that's what we did last night. Let a revolution, lead a revolt, break up the state. I'm not going to break up the state. I'm going to leave the state, you guys. My wife and I have been checking out houses. I should do a live stream. You guys, oh my gosh. There are places in the United States that are absolutely gorgeous that are relatively inexpensive by California standards. So we've been very, very fortunate in the comics industry. I've always been in the upper 5-10% in the industry. So I've always done very well financially. And a lot of that is, making the breaks, but also just you guys supporting the projects that I've worked on in the past. So, we've been very fortunate and we've done well. So this house in California is pretty good size, and we have a pretty good size land, and we're in a good area. So if we sold it, we could take that money. If we were to buy anywhere else in California, it would be a lateral move or scale down. But if we move other places in the States here, holy crap, man, you can live like a king. And we were looking at these places in Connecticut, and there are homes on these lakes for like 550, 650. And that is a drop in the bucket based on prices here in where I live in Corona. And so my wife and I are just every night we're doing the dream game, and we're just searching all these different areas. And for some reason, my wife really wants to move to Connecticut for some reason, and it's absolutely gorgeous there, and the weather is pretty good. It doesn't get too cold and it doesn't get too hot, which is perfect. And Speakeasy, yeah. Hey, we have Albino. We got some cool people in the chat. Oh, thank you, Albino. Yeah, so this is a link to Eric's book with the new logo by James Dean Anderson. Oh, Geek Art. God, I gotta slow down, you guys. I am moving too fast. Yeah, my husband called and said LA County is staying shut for 3 months. Oh my gosh, thank God we live outside of LA County. Still, if this keeps up, California is effed. Yeah, I live in Riverside County. We're right on the outskirts of Orange County, Anaheim Hills, and Yorba Linda. So I think we have a little bit of a different rules. But yeah, I'll tell you right now, Gavin Newsom is an evil fuck. He is an asshole. And yeah, that's going to destroy people. That is going to utterly destroy people. And pardon my French, you guys. You can obviously see I'm not happy with our leadership here in SoCal. David, I can't say his last name, was banned off Facebook and YouTube. He sounded the alarm of all this Corona chicanery. Yeah, man, there's these witch huts too. That woman in Texas that wouldn't bend a knee to the judge. She wouldn't apologize because she opened her shop, God forbid, and started, cutting hair or whatever it was. And she wouldn't apologize to the judge. So he sentenced her to 7 days. That's a violation. That's like, she wouldn't apologize. That's bullshit. And then some girl dressed like a stormtrooper in Canada was given the Gestapo treatment. You could clearly see, if you guys have seen this clip, I think it's been pulled from YouTube actually, but in Canada, there's clearly the Star Wars like cantina set up, and it's a restaurant bar or something like that. And so it's on May the 4th, and this girl is dressed up like a stormtrooper, and they're just trying to get business, right? And she's got full-on blaster, but this blaster doesn't look anything like a real gun. And so I guess the police were called, and they went there, and I summed up the situation instantly. I'm not a cop, I'm not trained, but it clearly looked like somebody was trying to promote, you could see that it was, Star Wars themed restaurant, and she's right in front of it. And they did the whole 9 yards, and I guess they bloodied her nose, and they sustained her for a long period of time. And I don't know for sure, but I don't know if she was booked or not. So she might actually have to have a record and might have to appear in court just because of a misunderstanding. Like, it was just an innocent, like, let's go do this thing. And oh my gosh, there were 3 cops. They had their guns drawn on her. One guy had like an assault rifle. I was like, this is crazy overkill, man. It's clearly a little, like a girl. You could hear her voice on the tape. Man, the world is getting nutty. One of my favorite, though, is the protest in Huntington Beach. I used to live in Huntington Beach, right up Main on 5th. So I love the Huntington Beach culture, and they're kind of rebels. They're kind of punk rockers. It's a very rock and roll community. And even though they tried to bring money in there and try to create a little Newport Beach there, that culture still exists. And you got to see it, man. They took it to the streets, and they opened up their own beach. They went out there and they just started walking around the beach. And my daughter is kick-ass, her and her boyfriend, and they've been working this whole time this pandemic thing happened. And if I actually thought they were, in jeopardy, I wouldn't have her go to work. But like I said earlier, I don't know of anybody firsthand or even secondhand or thirdhand here in California that has had the virus symptoms. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, and I'm not saying we shouldn't be cautious, but to what extent? Thunderbuns to the rescue, yeah, with his link. Okay, I'm getting behind in the chat, you guys. I got diarrhea of the mouth, as they used to say. Mayfield Jukes, it's okay. The Chrono Mechanics will fix our timeline. Oh my gosh. When I grew up in California, this state was freaking awesome, man. You could do anything. You could go anywhere. It was very, very cool. Dropping in to say hi, and now I'm off. Later, skaters. Yes. Have a good one, Albino. He's my pontificator brother. Art, did you get a speakeasy haircut again? I sure as hell did, man. And I gave her a fat tip. I gave her $10 tip, man, because I appreciate it. We're all rebels. We're doing what we can. I actually went to, where was it? It was Home Depot over the weekend. And because we live in the hills here, so you have to keep some of the livestock at bay. So I noticed I spent like $150 on just things that kill animals and bugs and crabgrass. So as I was being checked out, I was like, oh my gosh, you think I was just this crazy murderer, because everything I was buying was to protect the home from rodents and bugs. So I feel protected. I feel I did my my male adult provider duty. Yes, we are all rebels. So you guys fight the power, man. Because I'll tell you right now, our government is just closing down. They want a socialized country, and they're going to take it by force. Because the only thing I can see coming out of this is the state of California wants everybody on welfare, man. They want to destroy everybody. What is this? Just watch a doc on BitChute. Is that how you say that? The David Icke. Oh, okay. Interviews are on London real estate. Oh, cool. Yeah, there are. I think it's still expensive. Like taxes are high in Britain and stuff like that. So I wouldn't want to live out of state. And also, I don't know anybody. I know a few people. I know Kevin. Kevin lives in London or England. I know Charlie's London. So maybe I could hang out with them if I move to England. Rich Cook says, we used to hand roll our cigarettes with papers and filters. Yes. Yeah. Cops would bother us talking, or they were joints. Yeah. Hell, when I grew up, we had head shops. We had head shops around the area. You could actually shop. You could buy bongs. You could buy hookahs. You could buy papers. You could buy anything you want, man. It was cool, too, because it was all like 60s psychedelic. It was like Jimi Hendrix, and it had like this high-pitched roof, and the whole rooftop was all painted, all like psychedelic and stuff. It was pretty cool, man. Yeah, I'm old. Oh man, James is in the chat. Hey, James Dean Anderson for $2. Force testing as is assault. It's in your face. Yeah, you know what? They can try because they've also been teasing martial law here in SoCal, and I'm telling you, if they're going to do that, some people are going to get shot, because I don't think you're going to be able to pull people out and start testing them. But I'll tell you, these are, as the old people say, these are slippery slope tactics. And if we don't fight back now, we are doomed. We are doomed. Politicians hate small business because they can't fleece them like corporations. Yes, yes. And I think Southern California is, if I'm correct, is 80% or maybe higher, all small businesses. So most of the employment here in Southern California is small businesses. It's not even big businesses, because most of the big business, or the big, because California used to be aerospace, Hollywood, we had a shipyard, and it was agricultural. So, excuse me, we had big business. And then was it Northern California had Silicon Valley. So there were actually big places that they employed mass amounts of people. But a lot of those businesses don't exist here anymore. So I think most of them are small businesses now that employ. This whole Corona COVID thing seems like a communist takeover, crushing all small and independent businesses and sending all resources to the corporations. Yeah, there's definitely something going on here. This is not, somebody's taking advantage of the situation, or at least exploiting it to their own means. And James, if I didn't thank you for the super chat, thank you so very much, man. I appreciate it. And I'm going to show off some of your work soon. I'm having fun hanging out in the chat, though. We have Victor Thomas. What's up, brother? I appreciate you hanging out with us. That would be corporatism. Yeah. I don't know, man. We live in scary times, because I mean, it's always been scary times, so I don't want to exaggerate, but it seems like things are moving quicker. Like I noticed in the Obama administration, like it seemed like things were moving at a really accelerated rate, versus decades and decades worth of like change, like slow, gradual. It seems like it's moving really, really quickly. And the funny thing for me is it seems like it's fairly obvious what the agenda is, but for some people, it's weird. They don't see through it. And mostly I'm talking about progressive SJW, really, really left-leaning stuff, to the point of like being socialist. Hell, Master T Bear, thank you, Mayfield Jukes. Bill Gates wants to rule the world. He's like the nerdier, what is it, gayer version of Ozymandias from Watchmen. I didn't want to. That word didn't want to compute in my head. It felt dirty. Yeah, maybe we should start showing off some things. Art moving to Texas confirmed. I'll tell you right now, I think a friend told me there's no state tax, and the housing prices are pretty reasonable. I did like the Austin area, but I feel like if I moved to Austin, it's a little bit more expensive, and it would just be kind of California, the same situation I live in now in a short period of time, because I hear a lot of, kind of more liberal types, Californians, are moving there. But it's a nice city. It's really, really clean. And I just like the vibe. I like the Austin weird vibe that's there. Actually, James Dean Anderson and I were talking about the real estate where he lives. I'm not going to say where he lives, but even there, it seems like a nice place, and we could live like kings. Oh, Mayfield used to live here. I left California 20 years ago, left the Democratic Party 4 years ago. What? I'm slow? No, I think when you left 20 years ago is probably the last time California was exceptional, as far as I'm concerned. Archgeek, hey Art, saw you on a Superman special the other day showing off the wedding special cover. Where you hid yourself and your wife along with Elvis Presley. I have that piece on my wall, you guys. Let me show you. I know exactly what you're talking about. It was a documentary. It was a documentary shot by Kevin Burns, of all people, and it was financed by Warner Brothers and what's his name? the guy that directed Superman Returns and the X-Men movies. Maybe somebody in the chat can help me. I actually got a letter by him thanking me for being in the documentary. What the hell is that guy's name? I can't remember his name. But anyways, there was a big red carpet event at Warner Brothers for a screening. All the people that were in, like there's Gene Simmons, there's all kinds of people in this documentary. It is probably the most comprehensive documentary ever made about Superman. They get in the origins, the early days, the radio show, all the film, the comic book stuff, everything. And they interview anybody that had anything to do with Superman that's still alive. And so I was really fortunate that they called me in to do the documentary, and I shot. It's funny because I was just after Gail Simone. So Gail Simone's in the video or in the documentary, and she did her segment just before me, if I'm remembering right. So I saw her in the makeup or the green room or whatever they call it, and they said, "Would you like to meet Gail Simone?" And even then, I don't know, maybe instinct. I didn't have a problem with her, but instinctively, I think I just didn't like her. So I said, "No, it's okay." I actually said it to the person putting it together. I said, "No, it's okay." But I did when they were going to introduce me to, oh my gosh, she just passed away. She played Lois Lane in the original Superman movies. With Christopher Reeve. Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on names. I'm sorry, you guys. But anyway, I did get to talk to her. Something with an M. What the hell was her name? I want to say Megan, but it wasn't. But anyways, I got to meet her, and she was really cool. And you could tell she's done some hard living. She might have been a meth head at some point, but she was really sweet. She was nice. And so yeah, I did a couple hours. And the funny thing about that documentary is he did, oh my gosh, he knew my career, that Kevin Burns. So he sits right across from you and he asks you questions, but they don't record, like his questions aren't in the documentary. So it's just like your response. And then they edit it together somehow. I don't know how the hell they do that. Hours and hours of footage. But he was asking me all these great questions. He knew my career, and it was a lot of fun. And then where it got to be work is he said, "All right, there were a couple things that didn't play very well. Would you mind if we do them over?" And then I was like, I guess, like he thought I was some kind of actor and I could just act on cue. So then he started asking me these questions again, and I was responding. And then there was a lady that was sitting. I was wondering what the hell she was doing. She was writing this stuff down. And so then he goes, "That's not what you said before." And I said, "What did I say before?" And that woman flips back. She goes, "You said this." And I was like, holy shit, she's writing down everything I'm saying. This is crazy. So then he said, "This is what you said." So then I had to kind of like, I'm not an actor. So then I had to redo the segments that he didn't think were very good to begin with. And it was so stilted and weird, man, because I started realizing why actors make good money, because they have to do those things like several takes. And I don't know how they do that without just becoming just crazy, because it was nerve-wracking, man, because that woman's like, "This is what you said. This was very," and then he'd go, "That was very good. So could you say that again, but say it faster, or say it with more expression, or say it like you're sad," or whatever it was, like with direction. And I was like, dude, you're going to have to deal with, me not being an actor. But I thought the segment was pretty good. And I did a segment on the death of Superman. And then I did a segment on the wedding. And at the time I had a lot of Superman artwork. So I brought it in, and then they scanned it, and then they used it in the documentary. And so this is one of the pieces that they used in the documentary. So this was in Adventures of Superman. This is Dan Jurgens' breakdowns, and these are my finish inks. Let me see if I can level this off. You can see the credits there. So that's Jimmy Olsen, and obviously Clark Kent. And in the foreground, that's Lois Lane's hand. And so she's showing off her engagement ring to Jimmy. And this, I think his name was John Owens. He worked at Hack Shack Studios with me. And then the guy behind him is the great Trevor Scott, who worked at Wildstorm. And I think today he's still working at DC Comics. He's a brilliant inker. And then this schmuck right here, that's me. And then this beautiful woman over here was my girlfriend at the time. So that's Pamela. And she made it into the page. And then right here in the middle is Elvis Presley and Priscilla Presley. So this is how old I am. And I don't know if you guys remember this, is they used to do Elvis sightings, because after he died, like the Inquirer and stuff would go, Elvis was sighted at, 31 Flavors, Baskin Robbins, or like these really, weird locations. So I started drawing Elvis Presley in the background. So if you guys have any of those issues, go check it out, and you'll find all these little hidden gems. I guess today they call them Easter eggs. Okay, Arch Geek. Did I read this? Yes, that was it right there. So yeah, answer that question. Full custom oh my gosh, hot dogs. Delicious. Now I'm getting hungry. Oh, I don't live too far from you. Hi, neighbor. Oh, very cool, man. Today is a gorgeous day. This is one of those days that you don't want to leave Southern California. Rich Cook says, I had friends that move, I guess it's moved from Pittsburgh, and they said they paid 3 times as much for everything, which was silly. They moved there. They were broke. Yeah. I mean, it's very expensive to live in Southern California. And you see these other areas and how much you could get for the money. It's crazy. Neil Gaiman bought a huge piece of property near Minneapolis, Minnesota for that reason. Live in nature in a less glamorous state, and you live like a king. Exactly. I had some friends that lived in Minnesota. Man, you could live like a king, but it gets cold, man. It gets cold. New England, my wife kind of wants Maine and New England too. So we're probably going to look there. My daughter visited Salem. There were some art museums. My daughter is a fine art painter, and she was interviewing with these museums and stuff in Salem. And Salem is kind of like a tourist town. So it's a little expensive, but by California standards, not that bad. And we were looking at homes there as well, like walking distance to the beach and that little downtown Salem area and stuff. What is it? The Gables, what is it? 3 Gables or whatever it is. And there's even the Hocus Pocus house. And what is the other one? I forget. There's all kinds of like spooky stuff, and that's why my daughter likes it. But we found this. I guess it would be called a cottage. It was small, but it was all handcrafted. It was built in the 1800s. It was built up on a hill, and it's like this forest surrounding it. And the hill is there's green, but there's like rock formations. And this house looks like, because the house all has like a rock facade, but it's not like here where it's all stamped concrete. These are real rocks that were shaped and put into the side of this building. And it's got all this like woodwork on it. It's so gorgeous, and it has gables or whatever they call those, like those rooftop. They almost look like bell towers. And so it has a detached garage on the side. It's like a 3-car garage, just really, really quaint and gorgeous. And just the area alone would be fun to live in, because there's all kinds of restaurants, there's all kinds of nightlife, and then there's the coast and the beach there. You could take nice walks in the evening time and stuff like that, and completely affordable. So we're looking all over. I don't think I'd go Minneapolis though. Just the cold. I don't like that much cold. So thank you, Spirits Car. But I think everything at this point is kind of on the table. but like Andrew, like New England and Maine and some of those more northern, like I don't know if they still call them port towns, but I always think of them, growing up here, as like old school kind of port towns where these clipper ships come in and get their supplies and drop off supplies. It's probably like somebody in the Midwest that still thinks Hollywood is from like the 40s and or the 30s and 40s and 50s. It's nothing like that, you guys. It's a shithole. Walking down Hollywood Boulevard, man, you see homeless tents, everything, and you just smell poop and pee all over the place, man. Southern California is a shithole, and it's all because of leadership. It's not the people that live here. Jesus Art, pick one of the no state income tax states. Yeah, I'm looking at everything, Mr. Biggins. I want to see how far my California money is going to go, because if I'm going to leave here, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to live like a king. I might run for mayor. I don't know why I did the duck mouth. I was trying to be sexy. Wish I'd figured that out sooner, but I was swept in them propagandas. Yes, it does happen. Let's see. Hell Art, good question. What is your favorite part about making comics? Ooh, an actual comic book question. Good question. What is that? Skull Diamond 94. Skull Diamond. Ooh, that sounds like a comic book title, if I've ever heard one. My favorite part of making comics. This is no bullshit, you guys. This is going to sound like a bullshit answer, but hanging out with you guys, talking about comic books, and it took me a while to kind of warm up to YouTube, but I really like drawing, inking, and just hanging out with you guys. I think it's because comics is very solitary, the lifestyle. Like everybody, Comics Get Kids, we've already been in lockdown, for our entire career. But I do think it's like the creator aspect for me, like writing and drawing my own characters, creating things, making things. We're supposed to get the guitar pick, the lucky guitar pick, from the CHRONO MECHANIC campaign. It's one of the stretch goal items, and we're supposed to get those back this week. And this stuff excites me, like making trading cards, making patches, making comic books. Like, that's my favorite part now. Comic books, to be honest, is quite a grind. And so the last maybe 10 years that I worked for the mainstream, it started feeling it started feeling very repetitious. And I was still I was still bringing it because I'm a perfectionist and a professional, and I do love the art form. And you're only as good as your last job. So if you don't rock it, you don't work tomorrow. So, but I think it became a little bit of the same repetition every day. So at that time, I think my favorite part was working with the different artists. So when you ink, you're more in a supportive situation. So I worked with Steven Segovia, who loved everything I did and was very, very supportive. And he was a lot of fun to work with. Aaron Lepresti was a lot of fun to work with. So I would say just kind of people. Tyler Kirkham was a blast to work with. So I think working with the individuals was my favorite. And editorial, there were a couple really cool editors that I was working with over at DC Comics that I liked. So I think it was just, working with the people. But now I would say creating my own IP, building things, comic books, patches, trading cards, things like that, and hanging out with you guys. I know that hanging out with you guys sounds kind of bullshitty, but I'm not blowing smoke. I have a ball. If I could do this all the time, I would. But I don't get any work done. We have a house. My husband's uncle left us in Nebraska, but with all the Corona stuff, his retirement may take a hit. It sucks so much. Yeah. If we go 3 months, like D Geek Art said in California, there's going to be people absolutely ruined. This is going to be a welfare state, just flat out. Tree of Liberty is going to get mighty thirsty if this crap keeps up. Yes, it will. Okay, let me see how far behind I am. Oh my gosh. I am so far behind, but I think that's the fun part. The fun part is trying to play catch up. Maine is gorgeous. Yes, my wife likes Maine. She really does. Like somebody said in the chat, the autumn. Holy shit, man. Oh, Mayfield. I am sorry. Juke says, cool Elvis Easter egg. Yes. Has Evius seen, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. He was showing off. Yeah, I was on that live stream. That thing's pretty cool. The guitar actually has strings on it. Yeah, that is pretty badass. I became an Elvis fan later in life. Same with the Beatles, but it was kind of cool. I think I said it once on a stream that when I was younger, like when you're young, you don't want to have anything to do with the generation before. So people like Elvis Presley and a lot of that 50 stuff, and even the Beatles, I was kind of like, oh, that's not my generation. Even stuff like 60s stuff like Jimi Hendrix and things, I didn't care for it. But then I realized later everything that I liked from the 70s was all influenced by that stuff. And then I realized that was some cool shit, man. So the fun part about life now is I get to go back in time and I get to listen to all that stuff that I didn't listen to in the day, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I have a bunch of Elvis stuff and like even God, who were they were the brothers. They did that Unchained Melody song. That Unchained Melody, that song is amazing, and the way they perform it. I've heard people perform it since. It's not even as good. That song makes me emotional. Mayfield Juke says, is the hand in the foreground giving the Vulcan? It does kind of look like this, huh? It looks a little bit like the Vulcan. Yeah, I can do that. I'm a nerd. I can do that. Pixel Trader, long time no see, brother. Awesome. Live long and prosper. Yeah. Okay. Elvis Easter egg. Let me see if I can kind of, I don't want to miss any of you guys because I like highlighting all this stuff. Redline Fiction, moved to Texas art. Even in England, we know Texas is the best state in the union. Yeah, it's on the table. And the cool thing about Texas is we know people that live there. So we would actually have like a friendship infrastructure. And I've done a lot of conventions in Texas, so I'm familiar with the state. Yeah, so it's definitely on the table. Never sell your land. It's an illusion of ownership because if you don't pay your taxes, your land, whatever property taxes, then the state will take your land. So I have a friend and he's somewhat in real estate, and so he has the family house, he has his first home, and then he and his wife just bought another house. So he's renting out the other properties. And so that house ideally is paying the mortgage for the new house. But the thing is, I don't have that kind of capital. So if I was going to buy a new house, I mean, unless I wanted to go into debt and actually take a loan, which I don't want to do. So if I sold this house, I could just move right into another house and then sock away any extra money, to I guess they used to call it rainy day money. The cold will make a man out of you. Screw you, Sheldon Martin. Who the hell do you think you're talking about? We have like rattlesnakes here, dude. I'm dealing with the elements. We have Mother Nature here. Maine is gorgeous. Wow, you guys are really going Maine. I have a family there. Do what the wife says. It does get cold there, right? But it doesn't. If I remember, it doesn't really snow too badly, but it does get really cold, right? From what I remember. Invest in land. I don't know, but can you own any land now outright? Or do you, because like here in California, it's an illusion of ownership, because if you don't pay your taxes, then the state will just take your land and your home because it's on it. So I don't know if you truly own the land. It's more like renting with option to, well, it's not even renting with option to buy. It's more like leasing. You're just leasing the land. I love New England. Yeah, I love all, because it's mostly in the autumn they show. But even Salem has a really nice autumn. And from what I hear, the winters there is snow, but it's not too bad. And the summers are fairly mild. My wife wants to get out of the California heat because 100 plus temperatures in the summer months are pretty unbearable. Crackhead Jeremy says, I'm Boston born and bred. I think I've been to Boston once, but it was kind of it was just like a convention thing. So I didn't get to see much of it, but we drove through some of the historical areas in Boston. It's a pretty town. It's weird because you think it's so big because you see it in movies and stuff. It's not really that big. Yeah. US houses are like mansions compared to UK houses. Yeah, well, you guys have that crazy taxes, man. I mean, your taxes are like legendary, because I remember, I love these stories. It was like it was the Monty Python guys, and I believe that a lot of the early funding was done by this is why my favorite Beatle, it used to be like John Lennon, but then I grew up because I like the edgier Beatle, but it's George Harrison. George Harrison did way more cool stuff with his career, his money, and all these other stuff. Because he, like the Wilburys thing, that was genius. I love those first two albums. I think they were great. And then even like the concert for Bangladesh, it was a brilliant show. I think it was a little misguided for charity, but whatever. And that he, and I think it was Eric Clapton, like, instead of paying the government in taxes, they would, like, if you spend the money, then you don't have to pay it. So if you can kind of shelter it or move it or spend it, then you can not claim it. So what they would do as major tax write-offs is they were giving those Monty Python guys money. So they were like producers for a lot of that early Monty Python stuff. And my gosh, could you imagine if those guys didn't have those financiers, giving them money? I just think it's so cool. Like Kevin is in the chat. Kevin, I feel like, is that for like Chrono Mechanics, and even for Black and White. Like, if an artist is lucky, you find that one person that kind of like, my daughter has 2 people now for her artwork that kind of commission her and also try to get her artwork into shows and stuff like that. So even in the old days, like, I don't know, Michelangelo and those guys, they had the church, they had government, they had people that were behind them, money people that helped finance their art and doing these things. And the thing is, art and commerce, like most artists aren't business people. So it's real hard. It's even hard for me to kind of go and do the business side. So if you have, these people, these supporters of the arts, man, it's amazing. It is amazing. And it's so helpful. And my daughter is starting to see that as well. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to say her name, but she does commission work for the woman that inherited Walmart. I think she's the wife. So I think the husband passed recently. Is it Walmart? I think it's either Walmart or what is the oh my gosh, I can't think of it now. It's like one of those you have to have a card, you have to be a member for. Costco. It might be Costco. I think it is Costco. Now that I'm saying it out loud. So she goes to that woman's mansion and she paints for her. And also what Amanda does for this woman is this, oh my gosh, this woman has paintings like of value. And so my daughter has some skills that she learned in school. And what do they call that? Where they rejuvenate a painting. So they kind of repaint, because sometimes it will crack. The paint will crack or it will fade. So my daughter's been actually rejuvenating some of this woman's paintings, which is pretty cool. New Hampshire has no income tax. Yeah, I'll tell you, man, Connecticut, it's pretty isolated. Florida, dude, I am deathly afraid of alligators. Holy shit. Was it Cecil Stream or was it on John Malin's? They showed this alligator get into this pool and attack this couple. Holy shit, no thank you. And I'll tell you right now, this actually angers me. The Disney, watch the old, when they would advertise like the Disney hotels in Florida, what do they call it? Walt Disney World. And so there's 3 hotels that are on this lake. And so they used to advertise all these lake activities. You could go sailboating. You had these little motorboats, little kayaks. And you could actually, like, there's one hotel we used to stay at a lot. What was it called? The Grand Floridian. And it's like a lakeside kind of, I don't know what like hotel or whatever. And so you used to, and it was like old, like 50s almost, because I think they got the inspiration from, I forget the hotel in San Diego, but that's where they took the inspiration from. And we used to go in that water. We used to go in the water. And when Amanda was really young, we went in that water with our kid. And this is sad. So if you guys don't want to hear something sad, this couple was walking along that beach a couple years ago, and a gator came up and took their kid. Holy shit, man. If that happened, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine, because you're kind of in a place where you trust, the management, you trust them, and your guard is down. It's not like your day-to-day living, you're at a resort. So you're thinking, everything's above board. And man, I'll tell you, alligators scare the shit out of me, because all they are is eating machines, man. And they look like logs in the water. You can't even tell they're there. And they can walk on land. So they're water and land. No, thank you, man. Florida. And then you got the mosquitoes and the humidity. I like to visit Florida, but I don't think I'd like to live there, because those gators scare the shit out of me, man. I passed on a job in LA, paid $60K. Still wonder if it was a mistake. I thought it was crap money for the area. It was crap money, dude. What did they say? If you make under $100K and live in Orange County, that's below the poverty line. You're working poor. $100K. That's bullshit, man. Yeah, the only reason, I'm still here is one, I was born here, and two, the 90s, and even after that, like I worked after the 90s, well, the late 80s, early 90s, legendary money, and I was there for all of that. But after that, I went into production mode, and Hack Shack Studios was doing 4 to 5 books a month. And there was still royalties at Marvel. I think there was still like maybe $5,000 of royalties on the X books. So it was nothing like the old days. The old days, you could get a check for $20,000 a month in royalties on an X book. It was insane. Yeah, so my wife and I were pretty smart. We did a lot of stupid stuff with that money too, but we were pretty smart. So we socked it away in investments, and we paid off the majority of this house. God, I can't believe I'm talking real estate. Wouldn't be surprised if California imposed a greater real estate. They did. They just upped. The tax, the property taxes. Yep. They did. You're Nostradamus, is it Blue Samurai? Yeah. South Dakota. Yeah, I mean, these are all great places to live. I actually did, before I knew that, and this is no slight to anybody that lives in Portland, because I absolutely love the area, and I didn't have a problem with the people, but from what I hear, it's crazy liberal, and I think if I lived in there, I might have a hard time with some of the people, or more likely they would have a hard time with me, because I don't really care how you believe, but they might come down on me. Crackhead Jeremy, Boston, the food's great, the culture, the Italian girls are second to none. Well, I'm in a committed relationship, so I'm first generation California. 4 preceding generations were all Texans. Yeah. And the good thing about Texas is the climate is similar, and it's not that far. So if we moved, it wouldn't be that bad. Texas is where it is at. No, Austin though. I do have some friends in Austin, and they're very, very cool, and they're more on the liberal side. But as long as there's mutual respect, I don't care, man. Just don't try to destroy me based on, and I wouldn't say that I'm liberal or conservative. I'm moderate, man. I'm somewhere in the middle. I vote my conscience. Tara Wombat, enough comic talk. Let's talk more about mortgage rates. Exactly. Let's. Man, I should have downloaded some of that real estate that we were looking at. If I showed you guys these homes, you'd fall in love with them. Gators are tasty. You know what? I would eat the shit out of an alligator. I'm not kidding, man. When it was legal, God, maybe 20, 30 years ago, you used to be able to get shark, like thresher shark and stuff, on menus here in Southern California. I don't know if they're endangered or what the hell, but you can't find them on the menus anymore. And I'll tell you, shark steaks are delicious. They taste like steak, but they flake like tuna. It's delicious. It's like I actually prefer it to swordfish. Like, my favorite fish is swordfish and salmon. But I think if I could get steak, like shark steaks again, I would do it in a heartbeat, man. I would do it in a heartbeat. And I would eat, like I said, the hell out of a crocodile. Because the thing is, I don't know, maybe it's a perverted kind of like idea, but just eating something that would eat you, like that would gladly eat you. Oh, you know what else about an alligator? I saw this. They can climb. I saw one climb a freaking. It was maybe a 5-foot fence actually, and it was it wasn't chain link. It was kind of a wire, like barbed wire type fence, and that thing just climbed right over it. And I was like, I didn't know they could climb. They can climb like lizards. It's bullshit. Those things are the perfect killing machine. You can't stop them. They'll get anywhere. And like, how would you stop a lizard? We have a billion lizards in the yard. How would you stop that? You can't. A lizard can do everything that, well, an alligator can do everything a lizard can do, but it can eat you as well. There's no upside. There is no upside to it. 100, what is that? 100K a year in Wichita is upper middle class. Well, that's cool. I'll move to Wichita. Is that Wichita? Is it Kansas? Where is Wichita? I don't know. I've done a lot of shows in Kansas too. I like Kansas. There was a neighborhood that we drove through. It's next to like an old salt mine or something like that. I guess they used. Do they nickname it Smallville? Smallville, Kansas. Robert Romano. Its true income and cost of living are consolidated. Best scenario is work remotely and then live in a cheaper state to improve standard of living. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Although it like took me, an hour to say it, and you condensed it all in a simple paragraph. Is that Elric? Loved Art's years on the X books. Good times, man. Good times. Crazy deadlines, but good times. And the money was worth it. Hey, we have a celebrity, Aaron Lepresti. How you doing, my brother? I just got a Marvel royalty check for $22. Or is that 22K? I don't know. Yeah, dude, it's not what it used to be. It sure as hell isn't what it used to be. I forgot that Aaron and I worked years and years ago at Marvel. It was on an X-Men annual. It was like X-Men Doctor Doom annual. And he reminded me some years ago that we worked together. And I think that was some of Aaron's early work. I think I probably already had at least 10 years invested in the industry. Aaron came in. Aaron's a young guy. He's a newbie to the industry. Hell, Lepresti, yes. And okay, let's go back. We're going back in time. Aaron said that at 2:49. It is now 2:56. So I'm slowly catching up. Oh, shit just jumped. Shit just got real. Time travel is a real thing in this chat. Holy crap. Okay. So let's see. Oh, yeah. And also, you guys, Aaron has a great YouTube channel. He does a lot more drawing on his channel than I do. So go check out his YouTube channel. It's really, really cool. Aaron is he's kind of deadpan, but he's got a great sense of humor. He doesn't telegraph the jokes, you guys. So some people kind of think he's got kind of a grumpy demeanor. The dude's hilarious, man. He's a lot of fun to hang out with. He's my kind of peeps. Okay, we got James Dean again. Mr. Biggins, can you even imagine how much property Art could have bought in Texas on his royalties alone? Yeah. Comics have been very good to me. Portland is SJWville. Yeah. But there are some parts, man, that are absolutely gorgeous. Who was it? I was talking to somebody that lives there, and they said some people live in California actually go into depression if they live there because there's not a lot of sunlight. So I don't know how I would feel about that. But the temperature is good, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. Mutual respect. Okay, I'm going to show you these trading cards soon. We got James Dean Anderson in the chat, so I'm going to show off his wares. Yeah, they were tasty good. Yeah, I would eat an alligator. we had some. We have these big trees in the back, and so we had some people cutting the trees. And so I was just warning them that sometimes rattlesnakes get in the yard this time of year. And they're like, oh, really? This guy was real happy about it. He's like, oh, cool. We'll catch one and then we'll eat it. And I go, you'll eat it? He goes, yeah, they're delicious. And I said, if you catch a rattlesnake, I have a grill right out here by the pool. I said, we'll fire it up. And I was kind of secretly hoping that they would catch a rattlesnake so we could eat that son of a bitch. I have no idea how you would cook it. I guess you'd have to skin it. Or maybe you could cook it with the skin and then eat it like you're eating a shellfish or something like that. I don't know how you prepare it. You could do like little kebabs. You could do rattlesnake kebabs. Yeah, I have no idea. RT Bear, real question. Who would win in an arm wrestling match? You or Jim Lee? I think Jim works out. I might have a little bit of leverage on him. Let me see. I think I would say Jim. I think if I could get an early advantage, I might be able, just because of the leverage thing, but I think Jim would probably win. That was not a very manly answer. No, I'd kick his ass. Oh, well, thanks for having faith in me. Jim is always whining about his arm or wrist. Oh, in that case, does he have like some kind of carpal tunnel? Oh, yeah, I'll kick his ass then. Actually, I remember talking to Scott. I posted that I got a new chair, and I was saying how comfortable it is, and he gets asking, like, what kind of chair? He goes, because I have horrible backaches. And so I said, well, I don't know if this chair is going to help, but this is the chair I got. We got Aaron again. Sheldon Martin, it hardly paid for the gas to take it to the bank to deposit. Yeah, Aaron probably remembers these the old DC royalty checks, and you'd get like checks for like 55 cents and all kinds of like really small royalties, and then you just go, why did you even bother? It costs more money for accounting to calculate this and put it in an envelope and send it to me. The stamp probably costs more, but then it is kind of reassuring because you think like, this is a really honest company. You know what I mean? If they're willing to go through that much trouble to send you 55 cents, then that's a pretty honest company. And to be honest, I don't think Marvel to this day even calls them royalties. They're called incentives, which means it's just legal jargon that they don't have to legally pay you the royalty. It's more of an incentive to do well. So they may or may not pay you the royalties. Although I never heard them not paying you the incentive or the royalty. I've never heard of them not doing that. So, but legally, if they wanted to, so it's a little bit of wiggle room, and also just one of those things that you just kind of go, well, maybe the company isn't on the up and up, Oh man, thank you so much, James. Don't worry, the gators are being eaten by the. Can a python eat an alligator? I guess a smaller alligator, right? Do they have pythons in Florida? Yeah, dude. Florida sounds like parts of Australia to me. Like everything in Australia can kill you and eat you. Florida to me seems like the same type of environment, and I would not want to live there. Oh, another place we were looking at is Ohio. It's probably the most boring place on earth, but if you just like flat land and a lot of it, you could buy acres of land and have a mansion for like 450,000 or like 500K. You could live there. And we do have friends and family that live there. So Thank you, James, for that. Um, It always cracks me up. Crackhead Jeremy. I'm sorry, man. I was just looking at your name. Okay. Is this true? Everybody says this stuff tastes like chicken. If you think about chicken, chicken doesn't taste like anything really. Chicken is like one of those meats that it's all based on what you cook it with. Okay, rattlers are tasty. Skin it first. Okay. Frying pan. Yeah. I've eaten. Goldschlager has eaten a rattlesnake before. It's definitely on my bucket list. I would do it if it was offered to me. I would do it. I ate a fish head with Jim Lee. We went to some, I forget, like Japanese restaurant or something like this. This big grouper looking fish, and he's like, "Art, eat the eyes." He goes, "I'll eat one eye, you eat the other." Peer pressure. I ate a fish eye, and then we ate the head. It was gross. It was horrible. Aaron is the best comedian he knows. Aaron's got some zingers, man. He's a funny guy. I live in Portland. It rains all the time. The only good thing is no poisonous wildlife or major weather. Yeah, I heard like it can snow, but like as soon as it snows, it's gone. Like if it even hits the ground. But you guys get the rain. You also get these massive, gorgeous trees. Everything's green. It's a very pretty area. I looked at real estate. I don't know what area. Aaron will know. It's in that Dark Horse area because I actually was pitching Chrono Mechanics to Dark Horse at one time, and we went out to lunch. There's this nice little like downtown. It's like old looking area, and you can walk along, and there's all these eateries there. And we ate at some fusion place. There was a lot of money going into that area as well. So all the parkways, they were redoing them, and even new businesses were coming in. And it was right across from a river. I wish I could remember the river's name. And then on the other side of the river, there's a hill, and there's homes up on the hill. And I did look into real estate prices and stuff like that. And once again, you could have like a house on the hill bigger than this one with like one of those Dawson's Creek, like little, what do they call those, piers? And you could have like a little boat and you could go out, on the river. I think it's a river. It's not a lake because it's moving. I don't think you'd probably want to go in it actually because you would probably get lost in it because of the current. But absolutely gorgeous. And there were all kinds of walking trails and hiking trails. It was beautiful. And I fell in love with it. So I don't know. Like I said, everything's on the table at this point. But I heard a lot of Californians are moving to Portland and the real estate is going up. Because when I looked at real estate, it was probably 15 years ago. So I think the real estate in Portland has gone up. I could hang out with Aaron and I could hang out with, what's his name? Michael Bendis. And all the Dark Horse people. What is this? Okay. Will you be going to the Ethans for the Fans Comic-Con next year? Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday on his live stream. I'm going to start pricing out t-shirt launchers. So I'm going to bring a t-shirt launcher and I'm going to make a bunch of Chrono Mechanics and black and white t-shirts, and I'm going to launch those across the convention area. I hope I don't knock somebody out with it because I'm thinking I'm just going to launch them and somebody's going to get whacked with a t-shirt. I hope they unfold by the time they come down because I don't want to give anybody concussion, but at least that's the plan right now. So yeah, I think that'll be a blast to do. And I think he's going to do it it's going to be Florida. And then he was talking about going to Universal Studios after that. That'd be a lot of fun. just hanging out. At one time, I did think about living in Florida, but those alligators, man, it's just too much. I know that there's places that aren't, alligator infested, but I like the coastline, the Florida coastline. It's a little more expensive, but the temperatures are a lot better. It's less humid. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's Milwaukee. The river is the Willamette or whatever. Yeah, real estate is not as high as California, but still super expensive. Yeah, like I said, it was probably 15 years ago that I was looking up there. But gorgeous, gorgeous houses. This one I was looking at, Aaron, it was the whole back. It was built on a hill. The whole back of the house, it was all hill. So here's the house, here's the hill, and then here's the river. And it had those little Dawson's Creek, whatever, for your boat. And the whole wall of the house, like both stories, were all glass. And it was covered with trees. So you don't have to worry about the sun coming in, but you have this fantastic view of the river and the other side of the river from the property. Just gorgeous, man. Just gorgeous. Yeah, I'm not the only one. I know a lot of my friends that live in California are talking about moving. Californians are going to be moving to another state soon. Stay at home order with extended to July. Yeah, work orders. Yeah, it's not good, man. They don't unfold, they hit you. They don't unfold, they hit you. What are we talking about? Are we talking about pythons? What are we talking about? They don't unfold, they hit you. This actually sounds pretty ominous, James. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Mr. Bacon says no poisonous wildlife in Portland, but plenty of poisonous comic book pros. Michael Bendis. All right, I think I'm caught up. Goldschlager is my my last. We get a lot of people moving here. Idaho. Ooh, oh my gosh, Idaho's gorgeous. I did do a show. Idaho's expensive though. Where the hell was it? And it snows. There's a lake, and then there's this huge cliffside, and then there's these houses up on the cliffside. It looks like Malibu Beach, and then there's this little town, and it's this quaint little old school town. There was a comic book shop there. I'm trying to remember the guy. He had a chain of comic books. He's really, really cool. He had a store in Las Vegas. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. But anyway, I did a show there, and he showed me around. Great food. There was a great Taiwanese restaurant, and yeah, it was a really nice area. But it was a little expensive. I was kind of surprised, but it's a gorgeous area. Oh, the T-shirt gun. They don't unfold. Oh, I got it. The shirts will hit you. I might have to do some experiments and see how hard those T-shirts will hit you. I could put little parachutes on them and have them drop down. And if anybody gives me a hard time, I'll shoot them point blank at you, right in the sternum. Ooh, knock the wind out of you. So it will be a weapon. No one's going to give me a hard time. Thanks for the stream. You're keeping me awake. Well, that's good. That's really cool. And if you guys haven't subbed this channel, please do so. Give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Oh, wait. Aaron is moving to Wyoming. 93% conservative. Yeah. I don't know how's the living there though. I know nothing about Wyoming. Is it cold? Is it warm? Seattle. Yeah, there's Seattle, Washington. There's all, you could just move straight up from here. and it's a little cheaper. So let's go. I got some stuff prepared. Let's screen share. Screen sharing now. Don't. So James Dean Anderson and myself have this epic journey that we've been journey of design exploration, and it's been fun. He's a great collaborator. He's open to ideas. I hope I didn't. I hope I wasn't too overbearing last night working on the ideas, but this was kind of an early idea. It's pretty cool. I thought there was a lot of outside of the box thinking here, and so we're working towards this. I like the way OOT fits in. I like the tech kind of background. I really like the font he chose for the OOT logo. It's pretty darn cool. So if you guys don't know, what we're doing with the Chrono Mechanics campaign is that each one of the books has a trading card that's included. So if you buy the main book, you get the Chrono Mechanics team. If you buy the work in progress, you get the Eugene trading card. If you buy the variant cover collection, which Aaron Lopresti is one of the contributors, you will get one trading card that corresponds with the character. So, you know, Aaron Lopresti's is Zin. So you'll get a Zin trading card with his book. So Oot is Sean Cheeks Galloway. So you'll get this Oot trading card. And then, and I'll show you guys the covers when I get back. What is it? Carlo Barberi did Caravaggio. So you kind of get the point. So there's Caravaggio trading card. And then Doug is drawn by Tom Bancroft. And so you'll get the Doug trading card as well. So James Dean Anderson and myself have been working on trying to get these trading cards put together because at the end of the month, cross your fingers, we are hoping to get the book out to the printers. So the book is done as far as writing, penciling, inking, and coloring. We're just waiting for a few tweaks to the balloon placements and dialogue. And once we get those from our letterer, Jeff Eckelberry, then we will be going to press on that. And then, and James Dean Anderson, we're going to be working on the front inside, the back inside, and the back cover together. So it will be the credits page, the special thanks, and then the back cover, which is going to have some of the fun Chrono Mechanics reviews. And I have a layout of that. I should show you guys that as well. So, there's a lot of things moving forward. Like I said, the Chrono guitar picks, we should be getting them back soon. And as soon as James and I get this 10 card set complete, then it will be going to print as well. So things are starting to get manufactured, you guys. We're moving this campaign forward. So, oh my gosh, look at this thing. This is the card that we kicked ass on last night. So James is a freaking professional, man. So we were kind of messaging back and forth. And then James is like, I'm not really getting it, Art. Let's just hash this out real time. So you guys, this card was designed and put together in real time between James and I. So we worked via StreamYards, and we just worked back and forth, and we put this thing together. And holy shit, man, it came out great. So based on just some ideas, some thumbnails, and James just hit a freaking home run here. Look at the space in the background. Look at the clock face, the depth that he put between the caution strips and the space background. Holy shit, man. You are not going to see a trading card like this, you guys. You just are never going to see anything with this kind of thought work and quality involved. So this is the OOT card, obviously. And I thank you, James. I thank you publicly for staying up last night and working your ass off getting this thing done. He is one of the good guys, man. There are so many cool people in Comicsgate that are willing to lend a hand. I mean, he's going to get payment and everything, but I mean, that kind of dedication, he didn't have to stay up last night and work this thing through. But I told him I wanted to show it off today. So we worked our ass off to make sure we could show this card to you guys today. So the campaign is still active. We are in demand. So go and please check out the campaign and back a book. Back one of the either the oh gosh, I'm blanking. The variant cover collection, the 4 covers, or the ultimate tier, because the ultimate tier comes with all of the trading cards, and the variant cover collection comes with these, like the Oot, Zin, Doug, and Caravaggio cards. So here's a little behind the scenes stuff of some of the other designs that we were trying out. This one I thought was really, really cool. So this was James adding some different elements to it and bringing a cog into it. So you can see the amount of work that goes into this, you guys. Like, there's a lot of trial and error and just creatively brainstorming on different approaches. So this was a slight variation of the same one. And then, I'm jumping the shark here. That's another trading card. So yeah, so this is basically some of the behind the scenes trading card designs that that James Dean Anderson and myself were putting together. I'm sorry, you guys, I got so many tabs. I'm trying to get my my order correct here. And so I'm going to come back to the chat and see what you guys are talking about. But yeah, those are the cards, you guys, and they came out amazing. I hope you agree. They look beautiful, and James just kicked ass. Let me go back. I see Sketch Therapy in the chat. Fat Freddy's cat is in the chat. We got Billy D in the chat. We got some new faces. Oh man, you guys have been busy. Okay, so then Sketch came in. Escape from LA has become a real thing. Wow, that's hilarious, man. Yeah, it has. I'm gonna get Snake Plissken and help me get the hell out of this state. I'm glad I don't live LA County, because that's gonna be hell. 3 months, 3 more months. Our governor is trying to destroy California. Oh, cool. That's awesome. A great place to raise a family. Aaron Lepresti, I borrow ideas. Aaron Lepresti, do you plan on relaunching Garbage Man again? Man, that was a great looking book. I hope he does. I'd like to see something done with that. Spirits Car says, did you see Yellow Flash just posted a video about DC ditching the whole woke 5G reboot? The threat of being shut down has sparked some common sense in DC's head, apparently. I was kind of thinking they had already done that, but I guess officially they said that they're ditching it. Good for them. Maybe they'll listen to the consumer. Maybe they'll start listening to the fan base. Maybe Comicsgate is casting a shadow. Fat Freddy's cat. Let's see what he says. Check the internet speed before you buy. Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, that is great advice. Holy shit. Yeah, because some places still have dial-up, I heard. That's crazy. That is great advice, Fat Freddy. Thank you so much, man. I will look into that. Comicsgate Oracle, cold like Idaho, empty like northern Nevada. Yeah. Oot! Gotta run. Art, keep the faith, brother. All right, man. Last shout out for Aaron. Go check out his YouTube. It's absolutely brilliant. The man draws his ass off for your entertainment. So check him out. And if you like what you see, sub. And if you like what you see here, sub. Give me a thumbs up, man. I'm killing myself here. Do I have to bleed for you guys? What was that Rolling Stones song? Bleed on Stage. I forget the song. Sketch Therapy says, find a place where the trees provide plentiful, and does the land no one is going to kill over food. Where they shoot 300 to 400 pounds of meat with a single bullet. I don't know if I want to go that far, dude. I don't want to become Ted Nugent. I still want to be able to shop. James likes the Tom Bancroft stuff. Yeah, Tom's a good friend. He did the Doug artwork, which is killer. Dig the card. Look at that. We got some James Dean Anderson fans in the house. Oh, also, this is the thumbnail for the trading card right here. It's literally a thumbnail. And so James and I'm gonna probably put these together and mail them out to James later. But this is like an idea for the back cover. So it'll have the tagline. It's not just an adventure, it's their job. And this will have the Chrono Mechanics reviews from all the famous people throughout history. And if you go to the site, right under the video, if you click on those little cogs, those are the same as what we'll put on the back cover. And then just my, I should probably put, well, this is the art site. You can also contact me through it. And then this is the studio. So I'm thinking of keeping it simple and then just a basic mechanic here. I was going to put the blurb rundown. Usually on graphic novels, you write down, what the book is inside. But I'm thinking of not doing that. And so I don't know if you can see this. This is really sketchy. But possibly the front. Wait, which one is this? Let me see. Yeah, this side right here. This will be the credits page. So to have the logo, the retrofit title, and then the credits down here, and then contact. And what I was thinking is like two cogs, like one cog in the corner, and then cog, I guess it goes, I'm all reverse. It goes this way. Yeah. It's like trying to comb your hair in the mirror. But yeah, like two cogs. And then maybe a caution strip in the background, or maybe space, like cosmic space in the background. But I also like the trading card design, so that would be kind of a cool credit page as well. And so then the back inside cover would be like there's a fallen mechanic. So I was thinking of doing a what did I call it? I called it. Oh, in loving memory of Miguel. So Miguel is the fallen mechanic, and he has an acoustic guitar that it's handcrafted. So he built the thing. And so I was thinking of a cog and a guitar, like just a simple graphics, then with the caution strips in the background, and then a special thanks to all you guys for the support. And then a lot of people that have contributed to Chrono Mechanics in the past, like, Matthew Hillary for the screenplay, Kim Vandervoort for the there's actually a novel. There's an actual prose novel that exists. We're finishing up the last act, I guess. Last couple chapters, I guess. If it was like thirds, it'd be like the last act, like a screenplay. And once we tighten that up, we're probably going to do a Kickstarter, not a Kickstarter. What am I talking about? An Indiegogo for that. Yes. So things are moving and shaking. Chattanooga. I like the name. Tennessee's beautiful. Great internet too. All great places, man. My wife and we're actually having fun in the evening time. We're just getting out and we're just spending, an hour or so looking at different locations in the United States. There's beautiful, beautiful places to live. And James gave me some great advice when we were just hanging out. We're doing these like live StreamYards, and we're working and just talking. And he said, think about this, Art, too. If you live in an inexpensive area, then you have more disposable income. And disposable income can be travel money. He said, so what we do, like he and his family, they travel. They travel all the time. So, like let's just say like part of the year it's bad weather or whatever, they can go and they can go somewhere else and spend a few weeks there and get a break. And they can travel all over the place with the money they save. So one of the things is I do like to travel, and I think it would be fun. So with that extra money, my wife and I can see things. And also like Connecticut, there's a train that will take you straight into New York City. So you could even spend weekends in the city. We could go see a show, and it's not that time consuming. You know what I mean? You just get on a train. It's an hour, hour and a half. You're in the city, have a great meal, get a hotel, see a show, and come home in the morning. You know what I mean? She hasn't been to the Met. I took Amanda, my daughter, to the Metropolitan. You can spend 2-3 days in that place. So there's a lot to see. There's a lot to do there. So we could do that. And there's a lot of friends I have a lot of friends that live in New Jersey, Philadelphia, and that area around there. So there's also social. I can hang out with people. So that's good. Thank you so much, James, for the super chat. I appreciate it. I should start maybe considering wrapping this up, but I did have something really, really special I wanted to show you. Sketch therapy. I couldn't resist, man. I saw Ted Nugent. Well, in such places, your neighbors might be Ted Nugent, and he'll sell you some organic meat. Oh man, if I lived next to Ted Nugent and he was going to sell me organic meat, I'd have, come on over, man. We'll have a barbecue. That would be a bucket list thing indeed. I'd love to barbecue with Ted Nugent. Butcher sell your organic meat cheap. If you stay, you'd still be exemplary resident. Yeah. Somebody told me at some of these areas, if they hear you're from California, they'll shun you. They won't like you. So I don't know if that's true. That might not be cool. They'll hear, oh, you live in or you lived in California. No, you're one of them. You're one of them. So let me see. Oh, this thing's heavy. All right, you guys. I thought I'd show this off. I've done it in a live stream before. Let me. I'm having problems with the camera. I'm gonna go and let me see if I can fix the camera real quick. I hope you guys can't see this. I'm not sharing. But if I go to camera control, click this, apply, okay, and then click out, the camera should stop bouncing because it was bouncing a little bit. So yeah, look at this thing. So this was sculpted by the great Mike Smithson. He did all the maquettes for DreamWorks, the Shrek movies. He's got them in his office to his studio. They look cool. So at a time, we had a deal with Warner Brothers to do Chrono as an animated cartoon. So this was a maquette for the cartoon. It's like 2.5 feet tall. This thing is heavy. I'd like to thank the Academy for my statue. Look, it's Doug. I have 4 of these. So this is Doug. You can see the gap in his teeth, his hair. His hair actually looks cooler, I think, in the sculpt. He's got his thumbs up. He calls it the double go. When he puts both thumbs up, here's the other thumb here. It's the double go. So there were a couple liberties taken, like the hammer looks way cool. It's like all tech. And look at the patch on the shoulder. It's really cool. And look at the back. There's the chrono communicator, the orbs in the center. Just super cool. The time pack. Look at that thing. Yeah, he actually took a 2-dimensional drawing and brought it into 3 dimensions. Killer. So I just thought I'd show this off, man. I'm so proud of this. I don't get to show it off very often. It's in the office here. So I get to see it, but you guys don't. Let me see if I can find a cool angle. I gotta try to move it so I don't break it. It's not that brittle, but I think this is probably, wait, let's see. This is a cool angle right here. There you go. And look at his boot jets. He's got killer boot jets. Look at those things. They're massive. So yeah, let me put this down. I don't want to break it. I got to be careful with it. Yeah, so that, oh man, that thing was awesome. Man, you guys are really killing in the chat. Thank you so much. Got some crazy activity going. And please, you guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do give it a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm. Oh my gosh, James, you are way too generous. Art, that statue sculpt is awesome. Wow. Thank you so much, brother. You don't have to send these super chats. I'll read your input. Oh, Sky. I like seeing new names. That looks amazing. When is it going to be on a campaign? I only have the 4. I don't think I'll sell them. We might could mass produce those. I think that Mike still has the molds. Incredible, sweet. Billy D, thanks for sharing. In the work in progress book too that we're putting together, James Dean and I are putting together, there's going to be some of the original Chrono Mechanics treatment, the cartoon Bible, I guess they call them. So there's going to be some of the pitch stuff and some of the Bible stuff in that work in progress. So it's going to have all kinds of cool stuff. So not just working drawings, but it will have pitch stuff. I'm trying to think of some of the other things. I'm blanking right now. But just all kinds of behind the scenes. It's going to have early drawings. It's going to have some pages from that book I was talking about, the comics workbook, which was the first appearance of Chrono Mechanics. They were called Quantum back then. Once the book is published, you can slap it in a lazy producer's hands. Chrono Mechanics is destined for animation. Then we can get a pinball machine. Oh my God. Oh, we were talking about that the other day. A pinball machine would be awesome. That would be so cool. And yeah, I'm actually talking to an animation producer, and he runs a studio, a small animation production studio in Canada. And I want to name names, but it's connected to Ninja Turtles stuff. So that's all I'll say. And I don't want to say his name or anything because it's real tentative right now. But you never know where these things are going to go. But definitely, I'm still keeping my eyes out for an animated series. I'd love a video game, movie. The comics are great. I love it. I'll keep doing the comics. That's where my love is always. But it would be neat to see if it could translate beyond that, to something bigger. All right. These boots were made for flying. You're damn right. You're damn right they were. Look at this, Pamela. Mayfield Jukes says these boots were made for flying. I showed him the
maquette.
The maquette, yeah. So everybody, this is Pamela T. Bear. Pamela T. Bear, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. So you just touching base, see how everything's going?
Oh, I came in to see if the mail had come yet.
This is the view, right? The view of the mail.
The view of the mailbox.
Yeah, and look at the mountains. Beautiful.
I know. It's a gorgeous day.
Hey, Art, Wizard. What is that? The board? Is that how you, Time Lord? Wizard the Time.
Is it possible to do those?
I'm sorry. I gotta say this. I'm all tongue-tied. Wizard the Board Time Lord. Did you want to read that? Hey, Art.
Oh, Is it possible to do an old school Extreme Studios stream with Dan and a few guests?
It will happen. There's a few people I'm talking to behind the scenes as well that I'd like to get on. So here's hi, Steve.
Hi,
Mrs. T Bear.
Aw.
Oh, there's Kevin. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Kevin.
And
Fat Freddy's
cat.
Fat.
Look at the cat too. Is not happy.
Oh, it looks like Tubby's.
It's not Tubby's. His name is Toby.
But we called him Tubby Tabs.
You called him Tubby Tabs. Show him some respect. Hail Pamela, look at this. That's high praise right there. Man, you're taking over. It needs to be CalArts. If it was old CalArts, yeah, but I don't know about new CalArts for an animated. It depends on if I had some kind of control over the style guides.
Amanda went up there to see if she wanted to go to CalArts when she was looking for a college.
Yeah, we went to the open house too, right?
I don't remember. We went to.
It was actually pretty punky, man. Like usually those open houses, they have like food and things like that. I don't think they had anything. They weren't trying very hard to woo us.
I just remember the guy with the vampire teeth dressed all in black, and he had the white face. And
oh, we went in the dorm area, right? And he was just walking the dorms. Was that there?
It wasn't the dorms. He was in the main quad area there with the black trench coat and the.
But he looked like that he was already going to school there,
yeah,
right?
He did.
Yeah. A bunch of weirdos. Yeah, so most of the stream panel, we've been talking about moving into different areas.
Is anyone on the stream from back there? From like Connecticut and places that you've been looking?
There's a lot of people, because I mentioned that you like Maine and like that area. And so there's been a lot of people that said, yeah, it's gorgeous there.
Well, I'm a West Virginian. I was born and raised there. So the East Coast has always been my, I miss it. I do miss that. I do love my West Virginia.
Yeah. What else did I have? Let me check. I want to make sure that I covered everything. I think you guys can still see me. Pamela, you can hang for this. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah. We may be doing a stretch goal, right?
Yes.
We've talked.
We have talked. Mountain Mama.
Yeah. Mountain Mama. Yeah. It's gorgeous there too. We've been. West Virginia is beautiful. And we could live like a king. Wait, look at this. Spirits Car says, Pamela has a stake in the Hatfield-McCoy feud. Which side was she on?
That's funny.
She's not going to say because she doesn't want to get everybody all ruffled up and start that crazy shit all over again.
Yeah, as a kid, there was a TV show called The Real McCoys.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like now if they try to do something like that, there would be people that actually get up in arms over that.
Well, I mean, Mayberry, what was that? Andy Griffith and stuff. I mean, that's the way I grew up. And it was awesome. I'd get up in the morning and in the summer, I'd make a peanut butter sandwich, grab one of the dogs and a book, and go up into the mountains.
And just read and hang out, right?
Yeah. And then when it was time for dinner, I would come home. No one ever worried about me. It was just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way, even here in California, it was kind of like that where, my mom would always be, get back before, the sun goes down. So it'd be dusk, right? That was your curfew. And you came back and then, before it got dark. because I guess that's when the world was dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
at dark. And then you ate dinner, and then you did your homework. And maybe if you were lucky, you got to watch a cool TV show like The Bionic Man.
I had a swing that was in a tree that went out over a stream, and it was a tire swing. People used to do stuff with old tires. And
Repurpose.
I used to spend hours just swinging out over this stream. I loved it.
So we were kind of tweaking this up for the buttons, right? We're going to send these out. I was telling them earlier that we're getting manufacturing done for the Chrono Mechanics campaign. And so the
guitar picks.
Yeah, tell them about that.
They should be in within the next week. I can't wait to see them.
You said they could possibly be here this week, right?
Yes, but it'd be Friday,
End of week, yeah.
Yeah, but
so this is the artwork for the badge, the pin. So we're tweaking that up, and we're going to send that out to the manufacturer to get the buttons or pins made. So that was another stretch goal. And then for what is this one? Oh, this is a page. This is not stretch goal related, but this is a page we just posted up. So if there's any original art collectors out there, this is the new page. So it has a tier. This is 59. So this is page 59. So this is our mechanics kind of coming to terms with everything that has happened through the whole 60-page adventure. I don't want to give too much away, but this is a really heartfelt, pivotal page. And it gets all the characters and unites them in a really, I think it's a heartwarming way. It's still funny, but it's pretty heartwarming, right?
Yeah, because then this is 59. 60 is the last page where they...
Yeah, and we have a chronomite featured on these pages. No mistake, these things are deadly, and they will eat anything that is made out of metal or has anything to do with technology. They won't eat humans like a freaking alligator, but they will eat your ship. They'll eat your time ship.
Space, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, if you're on the time stream, yeah, you're not going to come back with much of a ship left, which is what happens at the beginning of the story. Okay, so then this leads us into the next stretch goal. Okay, so a friend of mine did these. Gosh, I guess that's as big as we can go without cropping them out. Did these 3 designs. I forget what they were done for originally, just for the hell of it, I think, right?
Yeah. And
so my friend Dan Morvik, came up with these ideas, and I think they were patch ideas for the chrono suits. So they would go on the shoulder. So then we did a lot of patches with black and white. So we're thinking, maybe keep the manufacturer busy, and you already connect with them, right? They're ready to go on the patches.
Uh-huh.
And so we found this artwork, but now we're not sure which patch to make or to offer. So I don't really have a preference, right? I like them all. How about you, Pamela?
Yeah, I mean, there's one I like over the others, but I like them all. Dan is just, I mean, he's awesome when it comes to, putting things together. Do they know that what your friend does, that he's got such a strange mind?
Oh, the Stupid Idiotic shops?
Yeah.
If you guys see me every once in a while, I have a Stupid Idiotic t-shirt on. If you've ever been to Las Vegas, I think they moved it from the MGM to Caesar's Palace.
I think it's in Caesar's.
There's a shop, and it's kind of, I'm going to say it, but it actually is insulting. So don't ever say it to Dan if you ever meet him. It's like Spencer's Gifts, but it's a million times cooler. So it has all kinds of fun gag stuff. Really killer stuff. Like if you've seen, like he became an internet sensation with 2 products, the pizza pouch. So it's a lanyard that hangs around your neck, and you can store a pizza slice in it. And then the other one is the
black bar sunglasses.
The black bar sunglasses. So you know how like all famous people, when you see them in magazines, they have the little black bar over their eyes. So this is a pair of sunglasses that actually, if you took a photograph straight on, it would look like you had like a black bar over your eyes. So if you're famous, or if you want to seem famous, you can get the black bar. I think they have an internet like store too. They have a online store. So it's Stupidiotic. You know how to spell it?
Stupidio.
Otic.
TIC. I'd have to say, yeah, I'm not sure, but he's
a brilliant, twisted mind,
yes.
And he's an ex-roommate of mine, and he used to do a lot of design work for like black and white and stuff in the day. And so he came up with these. Like I said, I can't remember the origin of it. Oh, he also did the Chrono Mechanics logo. Like I designed it, and then he just went to town on it. And so what should we do? Should we do like a poll, like 1, 2, and 3, and see how many numbers we get?
Oh, to see which one they want?
Yeah, people in the chat can decide which one they want to see go in the campaign. Because
make a patch.
Yeah, so what we'll do right after this, you guys, is once you chose your patch, or once the patch is chosen, we'll put that into the campaign, and then we'll have a new rally stretch goal, and we'll try to get to that number using the patch as inspiration. So I guess number one will be the one, I guess, on everybody's left. Is that right?
Top left.
And then the top right would be number 2, and then the bottom round one will be 3. So if you guys want, I think it'll be fun. You guys can choose which patch you want. If you snooze, you lose, right? So nobody else is going to get to decide, only you guys in the chat. And then that's the one that we'll put up on the site, and that's the one we'll manufacture. And then we'll have Pamela tell you which one is her favorite after you decide.
No, I don't want to tell.
No, after they decide.
No, it's because it doesn't matter which one I like.
I want to know. So this is the Sector 7 Team 9.2 of Sector 7 patch. So you can sew it onto your sleeve of your jacket, and you can look like an official, like Chrono member. I think it'll be very, very cool. So that's what we're going to offer next, you guys. We're going to offer these killer patches. So let me see.
Wow, people are already going.
Kevin says, woohoo. Oh, I think I got to go back a little further. I just saw a woohoo. And I got crazy. Whenever I see woohoo, if you guys want to drive me crazy in the chat, just go woohoo. And then I'll go, whoa, what is that? And then I'll
What
read.
am I missing?
What am I missing? Yeah. Okay. So, I borrow ideas. Hey, Art, has anyone in CG asked you to do a variant cover? Yeah, but to be honest, I kind of want to keep focused on the stuff that I'm doing here. If I have spare time, I would love to. Oh, okay. We already read this. Mountain Mama, everybody's welcoming you. Hatfield, McCoy's. Okay. We get buttons on the Chrono Mechanic. You're damn right you do, Liquor Jim. Yeah, there is a button, and actually, the artwork's going to go out to the manufacturer tonight. So we're going to get buttons back soon. And guitar picks, lucky picks. This is good stuff, man. Tough question. Ooh, okay. So now we're getting into top 2 would be cool banner. Okay. Second one is the winter patch. Okay, I gotta write this down somehow. Okay, we gotta do this. All right. This is exciting live streaming. Okay, so as far as 1, how many 1s do we have? We got 1 so far. We have 1, 2, and then we have Kevin. Okay.
So wait a minute. There's
second one.
So there's a 2, 2, 2,
Wait a minute. So what is Simonon? Is that how you say it? 7.
The top 2 would be cool banners.
But he
Then
likes the
goes,
second one.
Yeah, so the right one. So
okay, so we don't have any number 1s yet. So they're all, so this is 2. We have 3. How many 3s? 1, 2,
I see
3, 4 3s. Looks like 4.
But there's some more.
Okay, so then there's Mayfield says 3 as well.
Couple more 2s.
Okay, how many more 2s? 2 2s? 2 2s. And then Mighty Joe says 3. Oh my gosh, 3 is in the lead. We don't have any number 1s. Everybody hates number.
Two and 3.
Nobody wants to be number 1. 3 looks like a button. Yeah, that's what's going to be made into the button. Okay, so let's go back to Kevin. Kevin says 42. Where are we at? Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so not that I don't trust you, Kevin, because I do. But I need to verify this. Stop, I can't find my tab. You're laughing too hard. I'm a very untrusting human being. Okay, by nature. My mom did some damage, but that's another stream. That's a tale for another stream. My mother was loving. How dare you? How dare you say that about my mom, Pamela?
Me?
I know, I said it about my own mom. Okay, so we're at 41,451, 565 backers. Let's hit refresh. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Yes.
Boy, Kevin was right. Woohoo!
Kevin does not lie. Kevin is the real deal here. I will never doubt you again, Kevin, until the next time. Until the next time I have serious doubt.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kevin. You are awesome. I assume that was the artwork that sold. So very, very cool. And so, you guys, since we're here, these are the cogs that I was telling you that will adorn the back cover. So we got Aristotle. We got Van Gogh. I mean, we don't mess around, you guys. We got Midas. We got Ben Franklin. That guy was hard to get. We had to throw him some payola for this review. Yeah, and Einstein was easy, man. That guy, I'm just going to say this right now. He's kind of a media whore. He just wants to get his name out there, man. Like, yeah. So we didn't even have to pay him. We just said we'd do it. Oh, and Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar was just like, whatever, but he did give us this. He seemed kind of lackadaisical, right? Kind of nonchalant, kind of standoffish.
Oh, that could be Poe.
Yeah. I mean, when we were talking to him.
Oh, gotcha.
In this imaginary scenario that I concocted right here. All right, let's go back. Thank you, guys. This is awesome. So yeah, let's see if we got
some more 3s.
So wait, Kevin's stacking it.
Yeah, he's got lots of 3s.
All right.
Oh, he says, "What are you voting on?"
Okay, Oracle. Okay, we're gonna have to go back just for Oracle, which is no problem. Up.
Cogpogs.
Ooh, Cogpogs. Say that 3 times fast. Cogpogs.
I'm leaving. This is getting deep.
This is getting crazy. All right, what was I going to do? Oh, for Oracle. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. It just moved. Oracle. Okay, what we have is a new stretch goal that we're going to put up. It's probably going to be for 45K. So if we hit 45K, we will unlock yet another stretch goal. You guys are getting so many cool things with this campaign. So if I hit my screen share, I can show you what these patches will look like. So at 45K, you guys, all you Chrono supporters out there, we will make one of these designs into a patch. So far, number 3, the bottom, I think it's in the lead. Number 2 is on its heels, And number 1 has gotten no love at all. So no one likes number 1. No one wants to be number 1. So we have number 3 so far. So what we were going to do is with this design, we will make them into an embroidered patch. And these are going to be, we've been looking into making them slightly bigger than the Chrono. Not the Chrono, I'm sorry, the black and white ones. So if you guys saw the black and white ones, which were really, really cool, these are going to be a little bit bigger. Because to be honest, we weren't really sure what size they were, when we were measuring them and how they would actually look physically. So we're going to make this one slightly bigger. So it should read better, like stitched to your jacket or backpack or whatever. So yeah, so that's what this is going to do, is we're going to make this one of these designs into a patch. And we're going to offer it absolutely free as a stretch goal. But we have to get to 45K. So CG Oracle, I hope that answered your questions. Man, I'm getting hungry. I think I need some fuel. Do a Twitter poll. A Twitter poll, maybe. All right. So I think, did Spears Car already chime in? Are you rigging this? Because I thought you already did. But I'm writing it down anyway. Oracle now says 2. All right. So Oracle's throwing his number in the ring. We have Terra Wombat. Way to go, brother. We have a 1. So wait, Spears Car, what are you doing here? I see a 1. 1 looks too much like Frega's logo. The shape of it anyway. Well, la-di-da. This was made before that. I don't know. That one, what do they call those? Chevrons? The black flag one looks pretty cool though. Do a YouTube poll. How do you do a YouTube poll? That's what I thought we were doing here. Maybe what we could do is cross-platform. So I can take all of your numbers here, and then I could do a Twitter poll, and then see. I don't know how to set it up though. I'll have to look into that. I'll set up a Twitter poll and then use those numbers and then add those to all of your numbers here, and then get a wider range. I could probably do that. Okay, Billy D says 2. Ooh, wait a minute. I have to do some addition here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 for number 2. So 5, or number 2 design is viable at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 is only 2 points ahead. Only ask Mike. Yeah, Mike does all kinds. They're not that accurate. They're just fun. Yeah, they're just fun. Yeah. So if anybody wants a last minute, give me a number, 1, 2, or 3 for the designs, and I'll take all this under advisement. But I actually want to post the artwork now. I wonder if I could do a do it in the update section, like actually pull the backers. That might be good too. I don't know how they would chime in. I got a cat roaming around my feet here. James Dean says, all 3 designs will have production problems. Call me first. I'll show you how to fix it. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. And then Victor chimes in a 3. Oh, no. Now we have 8 for 3. Oh, I borrow ideas is 3 as well. So that's 9. So 3 has just taken a major, major leap from 2. So 2 has 5 votes, 3 has 9, and 1 has 1. How fitting. How utterly fitting. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much, man. It was fun hanging out with you. And I will probably later in the week do another live stream where, oh, shoot, I didn't do Well, you know what? Maybe I could just do it all live. I'll just do it live because I didn't show you the Mike Mignola drawing that I was going to work up. I think it's what is it? Oh, I forgot what it's called. Franken. You know what? I'm just going to find it. I am just going to find it and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, screen share. Click this, click this. No, you know what? I don't want to do this. What am I doing? Stop sharing. How do I find this? Oh, I know how to find this. Okay. So hopefully you're not seeing everything because I'm being incredibly dumb right now. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? What do you want? You checking for the mail again?
Yep.
Hey, Pamela, do you remember this guy? What characters this guy was called? He was a cartoon character.
Oh my goodness, he looks so familiar.
I think I remember now, but I'm gonna go and see if anybody in the chat. I think it was Frankenstein Jr., but let me double check with you guys. All right, now I want to screen share. So hopefully you're seeing this and I did everything right. This is one of those Mike Mignola drawings that I was telling you about, and I'd like to ink this because this character was really cool when I was a kid. And I could ink this up and then raffle it off like I did with the other drawings. I think his name is Frankenstein Jr., and I believe he was a robot, and like a kid controlled him or something, right?
You know, he looks familiar, but I don't know him.
Yeah. I mean, Hanna-Barbera was just knocking stuff out around this time. I thought it was really cool, and I think Mike did a crazy killer job, and this would be fun to bring together. But maybe I'll find a couple more because Mike does these every day. So maybe I'll find a couple more, and then I'll bring those into the chat, and you guys can vote, and then let me know which one you want me to bring together in form of inks. Okay, I think we got those two. The threes are definitely ahead, Pamela. I think the threes are ahead by 4 points. Sketch therapy, you didn't vote. You did not vote. 1, 2, or 3. Get on it. Hannah Wright, did you vote? The stitching will run in. What? The stitching will run into a problem. Yeah, I'll hang out with you. We'll get down to it. Black and white, second chance, etc. What is ET? Oh, ETA. I'm sorry. Yeah, the second chance campaign is the end of the month. Yeah, so we're gonna do the end of the month, right?
Yeah.
You're here. You gotta talk. You can't.
Nodding my head does not work.
You can't do that. Yeah, people don't know what that is.
I see a 3 popped up.
Okay. Hey, does this count as a 2? He said black and white second chance. Maybe that's a hidden 2. Yeah. So if you haven't heard, we have it's up right now. We have a pre-launch page for Black and White Volume 2. If you sign up now with a purchase of a backing of a trading card. Oh, what did I say? Second Chance Volume 2?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want that 2. I want more votes for 2. Yes, thank you. It's Second Chance Volume 1.
Yes.
If you go there, sign up, you will get a brilliant Zach Bradley Black and White trading card, 25th anniversary commemorative trading card.
For free.
For free if you back a tier. There's always strings.
You're killing me, Larry.
You're killing me here, Larry. And so, yeah, we have a site right now. It's in the description. If you click on the link, go sign up real quick, and you'll be eligible for that free trading card. And also, we are going to have some early bird specials. So anybody that signs up for the pre-launch page will get notified before the campaign. So you'll get first shot at all of the the early birds, because they usually sell out quickly. At least that's the hope. So we have another 3. What? This one here?
Yes.
Okay. Talking about seeing things. I missed the stream with your. Oh my gosh, those old streams with the transparent table, right? Because my table is transparent. So I actually work now on a board. I have a board on my transparent glass table. It doesn't look as cool as it used to, but it makes for better live streams.
No one wants to see you.
But if you miss my sock, here it is. Don't say I never gave you anything. Look at how well my wife takes care of me. These are socks. Look at how clean they are. Look at how well preserved this sock is. Yeah, so there you go. Don't say I never gave you anything. I just socked it to you, as they used to say. Oh, now, did I write down Blue Samurai's vote? Did I do that? I'm going to write it down. You're not too late, Blue Samurai. Now my foot is cold. Thank you. I got one cold foot. You know what? Sketch Therapy is not going to vote. He's not going to give me a 1, 2, or 3. I was in the other room. I didn't hear the options. It's 1, 2, and 3. I can show you the patches again if you'd like. So this is what we're voting on, Sketch Therapy. Boop, 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 boop. No. Yes, that's what I want. I do want this. I almost talked myself out of pushing. This is not, we don't want that. We want this. So the first one on the left side is number 1. On the top, right beside it, is number 2. And the bottom one is 3. So these are 3 different chrono patch designs. So what we're thinking of doing is, well, actually, we're going to do it right after the stream is done. We are going to post up a new stretch goal for Chrono Mechanics, and we are going to have one of these designs made into a embroidered patch. So what I'm trying to do is I'm taking it to the people and I'm seeing which patch you guys like the best, which design I should say. So we have 1, which is the one on the left, 2, the one on the right, and then the bottom is 3. So we're taking a poll right now and seeing which one you guys like the best, and whichever one gets the most votes is the one we will post on the site. So we're just having some fun here. We're just doing the fun thing. So wait, did I do this right? Yes. I hope I did this right. Did you guys see that? I hope you saw it. So I hope that was screen share was canceled. Make sure you click share. Okay. So I hope you saw those. I don't know. Things were glitching. I was getting a little bit of a notice from StreamYards. Mighty Joe says, no one wears white socks anymore, boomer. How dare you? Colored socks? Colored socks are gay. White is neutral, man. Everybody in California wears white socks. I do know that the East Coast, they used to wear like, what do they call, like dress socks? Because you could always tell like somebody from the East Coast when they come to California beaches, they would wear like their colored dress socks with their shoes. It wasn't a good look. Hell wifey, yes. Kevin says, let's see what Kevin says. Art has a sock account confirmed. No sock account. I do have a sock though. Share screen, boomer. Oh, you sons of bitches. So that's what happened. All right. I'm not going to overly explain anymore, but I'm just going to show you just so I can redeem myself that I know what I'm doing. Share. All right. You guys should see this now. These are the 3 patches. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to decide which patch to use. So 1 is the one on the left, 2 is the one on the right, and the one on the bottom is 3. So give me a number, 1, 2, or 3 for your favorite patch design. That's what we're doing. All right. And the one with the most votes is the one that we will post on the site. So there, did I do it right that time? Jeez. Poor sketch, didn't see the choices. Make eye patches. Now you guys are just freaking attacking me. This hurts, you guys. I like patches. Thank you, Robert. Somebody cares. I didn't see. Wait, you didn't see anything? You should have this time. Now you guys are just messing with me. Wait, I see a white sock. I hope somebody's going to defend me with the white sock. Oh, no. I even have my good friends turning against me. White socks are a crime. I am not cool in your eyes anymore. I don't think I ever was, but sketch there, it seems like the designs and weight won't affect shipping. So go with a straw poll or post a poll with the art. All good suggestions. Ooh, Terry Gilliam. I love Terry Gilliam's territory. Who's Terry Gilliam? Is that Terry Gilliam? That would make us Chrono Pirates. That's Terry Gilliam's territory. I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah. Terry Gilliam, you're talking about the filmmaker, right? Yeah, I love that guy's films. I love his sensibilities. Sketch Therapy chimes in. Thank you. Thank you. Finally. Oh my gosh. 3 is kicking butt. Alfred McKay says 3. I think 3 is pulling ahead. Robert is indecisive. He's 2 or 3. So you know what? I'm going to give a 2. I'm going to put your 2 in the 2 category just because 2 is not getting very much love. All right. Pixel is chiming in. This is getting good, you guys. 3 is the most unique. What is unique? Is that like unique? Okay, so 3. Oh my gosh, 3 is just. This is not even. This is. Oh, Spirits Car. Come on, dude. I think this is your 3rd vote. You can't keep doing this to me. Air Destroyer. Ooh, that's cool. I like that name. Another 3. This is just a bloodbath. This is just a bloodbath, man. Wait. I saw something. Do I dare? Oh my gosh. Where do you guys find this stuff? Okay, Sketch says you can have a police. Oh, he earlier on said that they look like they are kind of police badges. Yeah, they're a little military. Oh my gosh, you guys are turning against me. That is funny though. I could show you my other sock. I don't have any color socks. I have dress socks that go with my suit and tie, but no. I saw a 2 in here. Did I pass it up? Yeah, there's a 2. So that we have another 2. I'm writing these down. Should we wrap this up? Because this is a bloodbath, you guys. Wait a minute. 1 and 2 would make us all look like narcs. Okay. I see the logic here now. I see the logic. Okay. So, okay, let's just say this. I'll look into it. But at 50K, one of you guys will get my dirty socks. This is my other sock. So I actually I know they're not colorful. They do have colors in them though. I guess gray is kind of a color. They're sporty. They have racing stripes, you guys. How dare you? Looks like, yeah, 3 wins. Yeah. 3 wins hands down. Should we actually even do a count? Let's do a tally just so we can humiliate 1 and 2. All right. 1 has 1. Okay. Let's take this down. Okay. So 1 has 1. 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 3 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We actually got double digits. So 13 hands down. Sketch Therapy, you already voted, my friend. You guys are trying to stack it. Wait a minute. Were you guys, maybe somebody else in the chat was stacking it as well. So therefore, this is all rigged because I wasn't paying attention maybe. Okay, James Dean says number 4 because none of them can be embroidered like that. Trust me. Okay. Jeez. I'll run it by you. Holy crap on toast. Okay. If Chrono secured... Ooh, I like this idea. If Chrono has a security wing, you should use the design. I like that. We could do a story like with security, like Chrono security. Maybe somebody loses their job and has to get escorted out because they're causing a scene. And we'll have the Chrono security escort them out. That could be cool. You guys are filled with good ideas. What is this JDA? A seamstress? JDA? Yeah, what is this? James Dean Anderson, are you seamstress? How do you know that? He knows everything, you guys. He's the all-seeing, all-knowing Comicsgate oracle. He is an oracle. Wash thoroughly and custom sketch on the socks, and maybe I'm interested. You might be onto something there. All right, you guys, had a lot of fun. These are always great ways to break up my day. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. It's been a blast. Thanks for letting me show off some Chrono stuff. And yeah, you guys, please help get the word, keep getting the word out on Chrono Mechanics. I appreciate each and every one of you, I should say, for backing, spreading the word, and just hanging out with me. It's been a blast. And yeah, go and sign up for that the Black and White Volume 1 Second Chance. We're tentatively, and we're hoping to get it launched by the end of this month. I have a piece of artwork that I need to finish up and get it colored for the campaign. And then we're starting to work on putting the actual physical campaign together on Indiegogo. And so that should be launching soon. Okay, laters. $3 confirmed for that sock. Done. My PayPal is art@hackshackstudios.com. Once I get the $3 plus shipping and handling sketch, I'll send that your way. Cheers. Thanks. I can see you showed me. All right, you guys. Like I said, been a blast. Take care. See ya later. Laters.